To the routine weekly briefing here for Thursday, September 11th through September 17th. Already starting to forecast for the middle of September here, but we'll go ahead and get started here. My name is Aaron Swiggett with the National Weather Service in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, we'll go ahead and start with the upcoming weather pattern here. If you probably woke up past couple days, very cloudy, very dreary, drizzly, rainy. Mostly if you live from the triangle eastward, if you lived out in the triad. Maybe a couple foggy mornings, but overall, you've been seeing more sunshine than we have in the triangle, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. For the most part, our blue H here in the top left really continues to dominate the forecast down through Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, even into the southeast. And you can kind of see that trend kind of continues through even into early next week. Monday into Wednesday, you start to see a front kind of move through the area. Mostly just a reinforcing cold front. Doesn't really bring much of an air mass change. So kind of just think of more of the same, fairly dry frontal passage. Where that front kind of ends up will be a little bit more of a forecast challenge heading into early to mid next week. We may see an area of low pressure to kind of develop along that and maybe lift northward and kind of see some hints of it here. But depending on how close that is to the coast, we may see some light rain chances for the eastern North Carolina. So we're watching that kind of time frame Monday night through Wednesday to see for our next rain chances. But overall amounts, as of right now, don't look to be particularly impressive. And speaking of precipitation amounts, we'll look at them at least through Monday here, so through the weekend into Monday. As you can see, in the 5-day total, only just some speckles of measurable precipitation. So mostly just that drizzle today, and maybe some drizzle out towards the triad. You can kind of see that on Friday morning. But for the most part, continued dry. And not too surprisingly, trimmed the severe thunderstorm potential graphic here just to show you through the weekend, and no outlook or no severe storms are expected even through the weekend and even into early next week, so nothing to be concerned about there. We are watching the tropics, so the National Hurricane Center did start to monitor an area of potential development across the central Atlantic. The wave that they're watching is still over the African coast, Western African coast area. So we're going to continue to monitor that and see how that develops over the next 7 days. Right now, they have the percentages as around 30% chance of development in the next 7 days in the central Atlantic. And just wanted to highlight here, since we're starting to see some weekly changes to the drought outlooks, just more of an expansion of the abnormally dry, mainly across the eastern portions of the Carolinas. And we're starting to look at more than about 3 weeks without any significant rainfall across most of these areas. So, and with not a whole lot of rain in the forecast for the next week, we'll probably see some sort of continued gradual deterioration as far as the drought outlook is concerned. Looking a little bit further into central and towards the end of September for the 8 to 14 day precipitation and temperature outlook here. I haven't seen this in a while, starting to favor some above normal temperatures during that time, especially as you get out to western North Carolina and into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley there. But as far as precipitation chances, again, still looking through September, nothing really significant. So we'll see how those drought conditions continue through September, or at least the abnormally dry, and how the drought condition continues. But anyway, one thing also I wanted to highlight, as I highlighted last Thursday, is our normal highs and lows still starting to creep down. Greensboro, now your normal high for this mid to late September is now below 80s. So you might start to see those above normal temperatures starting to pop up, but does not necessarily mean that 90s are in the future. So something to keep in mind there as our normals start to drop. Now, I think this graphic tells the picture pretty well. Nothing highlighted in any of the categories for the experimental hazardous weather outlook here through at least Wednesday. And that's pretty much it I have for everyone today. So generally dry conditions continuing. Still looking at that Monday to Wednesday timeframe, next chance of rain. Nothing particularly impressive as far as rainfall amounts as of right now. We'll keep an eye on it and keep you guys updated. And temperatures near normal through middle of next week, kind of bounce around between near and slightly below normal, but overall, that's all you can really expect. So thank you all for joining me this week, and I hope you have a great weekend.